Live with Grapevine, the Kosher Spirit Review, and I'm Yehoshua Werth, and I'm still standing after tasting some pretty high strength scotches. We'll finish off the day with a little bit of Glenlivet. This is the 1977 Glenlivet. It was bottled in 2004. This is a 27-year scotch. And I don't mean tape, even though it'll probably stick to your hands because you don't want to let go of it. Scotch Selection is a purveyor like Gordon MacPhail and one other house. They are the masters of holding great old whiskeys. When the transition happened and everyone wanted an 80 proof, a refined, a filtered, a year, there were a couple companies that decided, you know what, we're going to set aside especially these casks and not touch them. We're not going to put them in sherry. We're not going to mess with them. And we're going to let them age, and when they're ready, then we'll bring them out. This is an expression like that, this 1977 Glenlivet. I have to tell you honestly, I'm not the most amazed fan of Glenlivet. There are other whiskeys I like their flavor profiles a little more. Yet at the same time, they do have a taste and character people really attach to and really enjoy a lot. The 15-year people are nuts over it. The Nadura, wow. People are like, oh, this is powerful and rich and it's awesome. And look, the 21-year, it's like, oh, I'm having a special occasion. I have to have the 21. And the 18 is like its little brother, where some people are like, no, the 18's better. No, the 21's better. No, the 18's better. Well, this is way beyond that. This is a completely different style of whiskey when it comes to its finish. It's bourbon barrel. They don't filter it. They don't mess with it. Just pull it out and drop it in to the bottle. This has the most details going on of the last couple bottles I've smelled. There's almost like this, interesting, earlier I said like a caramel dripping down a piece of lettuce. This is like someone snapping romaine right in your nose. It's so fresh. It's very fresh smelling. A little more airy. I don't know why this Speyside seems airier than the lowland or the I'm sorry, the Highland or the Lowland Scotch I had. This went with the space a little airier, a little very fresh, like spring water, coming in with like some rich like sauce, like not barbecue. It doesn't have that funk to it. It's more clean. If you put caramel on an orange rind, maybe even something like that going on, l'chaim, to a good week, to safety, to generosity. Share your drink with a friend. In fact, why don't you come on in here and introduce yourself for 2 seconds? And this is our man. This is the representative of Scotch Selection in this entire region of the world. What is your name, sir?
Richard Plutzer.
Richard Plutzer, Yehoshua Werth.
A pleasure.
And please give him a couple words on this Glenlivet.
This is as pure as you get when it comes to whiskey. It comes out straight of the cask, unchilled, filtered, undiluted. So what you're tasting is the house style at its best. And at this age, you really get the opportunity to see how that house style progresses through that oak, where the oak is really just a seasoning. It's not the overall flavor. That whiskey is the overall flavor.
Right. Yeah, oak is not dominant here. And if there's vanilla, I was telling this gentleman earlier, it's more of a Madagascar vanilla. It's not one of your vanillas where it's the fourth ingredient that's below an alcohol tincture. It's a true vanilla that is more of an Asian style of an accenting than it is a power to drop in an ice cream.
Yeah, the just beautiful aroma just keeps on coming at you.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Now let him smell this with me. I gave him too much to drink earlier and he has to drive, so I'm not going to let him finish anymore. Said a bracha, we're not cheating. Interesting. The fullest body of the bunch I've tasted. Definitely the most mouth coating. Definitely the creamiest. Remember, I said a creamy nose.
And not drinking too hot for a cask strength
No,
whiskey.
I don't get much heat from this at all. I'm going to answer this phone and we'll return to the camera. Great, I'll be right with you. And almost get like some, like picture some